Aloha, and welcome to part 13 of Mega Man X6. I hate this game. If you beat the first stage with X, you get a slightly different cutscene. No, your talent was far beyond mine. I just diligently did as I was told. And you didn't. That was the only difference. No matter how capable you are, the skill is nothing if not used properly. Alia understood that, but you didn't. First of all, a nation for only Reploids won't work. Both Reploids and humans are flawed. We can't survive without mutual aid. I believe you know the best. Will humans rescue this damaged planet? No, they take refuge under the ground and are helpless. Only the Reploids, only they can do the work. Did the Reploids cause this disaster? They're the ones, are they, X? Don't let him bait you, X. I'm alright, Cygnus. I'll admit that Reploids are flawed, and some Reploids become Maverick. That's why I wasn't properly evaluated. But I feel confident in my recent creations. Oh, I'll tell you one little thing. I didn't get here on my ability alone. But I got something, a golden opportunity. Guess what I picked up? We saw it in part 12, dude. We already know. Yada yada yada, I got a piece of zero. I'm evil. Woo! Gate's a douche. It was a piece of cake to create high max in the nightmare. I couldn't contain my excitement. I could now create, perfect, and still do bad grammar. But there's no limit to things. Look at you. Don't you know? Sure, Zero's DNA has great power, but it decreases if used the wrong way. Time to teach you a lesson, Gate. You use Zero to cause Reploids pain. All for your own ego. I won't forgive you. Good. I've been waiting to destroy you. Come on, X! How they go from directly facing to each other to going through an entire level, I'll never know. Nevertheless, I'm going to go through gate number 2 as Blade Armor X. The Blade Armor isn't that different from the Falcon Armor, aside from the fact that you can actually dash really far, not only left and right, but also in the high in the sky, which is always swell. I believe you can charge your lightsaber to attack people as well, but I never really used it that much. Actually, no, I don't think it does, because I had a hard time with the mid-boss, which we'll be seeing in this later part, and if I find out I could have charged the saber, then I'm going to feel like a biggest idiot right now. And I don't want to. Nevertheless, this is Gate 2. It's filled with tons upon tons of nightmares and the most annoying totem pole enemies ever that we saw in Ground Scarabage's level. Because you only have a select time to shoot them, and when you're shooting them, they're shooting at you. They're very tedious, and they're constantly shooting at you, and they're constantly in the way, and you have to fight them on ledges that aren't even ledges. It's retarded. Spikes are everywhere in this place. With the Blade Armor, I can actually skip a lot of the level by just zooming up to some of the higher platforms. Good thing I can hang off the ledge, otherwise this would be even more annoying. But regardless, I hate this level. It's not the level itself that really pisses me off. It is the two bosses that are in it that are just so annoying. It's troublesome beyond words. I can't describe how much I hate this level. Like, after I beat the Nightmare Mother, I thought, oh good, that must have been the end of it. That must have been the end of the hard-ass boss fights. But no, then I play and it's like, oh shit, another ridiculous boss that goddamn pisses me off. And a lot of spikes here. I've died in that place a lot. You have to do your air dashing well. And if you're normal X or Shadow Armor X, I forgot to mention, Shadow Armor X can't air dash. He can't use special abilities either. Earlier in part 1, I made a big deal about how X couldn't beat the level. I should stress that Shadow Armor can, but he doesn't get to do special abilities, which makes Nightmare Mother that much harder. But nevertheless, hi Max, oh god! Data-wise, I've surpassed you. There's no chance for me to lose. Are you still babbling about things like that? I just have to win. With the health being the way it was, I wasn't really going to try and fight High Max, so I just let myself die. Here's the gist of High Max. He's fucking strong. I am equipped with the shock buffer right now. Keep that in mind. My defense is high with the shock buffer. The only way to hurt him is kind of like the exact same fight earlier in the optional areas. You have to hit him with a supercharged Mega Buster shot to stun him, and then you have to do a special ability to actually hurt him. The difference between the alternate battles fight and this one is that he has a shield. A shield which he constantly moves all over the room with, which hits you pretty goddamn hard when it touches you, and one he keeps respawning 3 or 4 or 5 times. You have to damage and destroy the shield 5 times, and when you do that, he'll do this one attack that he just spams constantly until you're dead. And it's good when he does that attack because then you can hit him with special ability weapons whenever you want. You need a Buster +1 equipment in order to damage this thing effectively. That's what I'm wearing right now, Buster +1. Because when I was doing this as a test run without that, I just couldn't do it. His shield wasn't getting destroyed and he was constantly taking forever. I mean, you could potentially wait until he does one other attack to get rid of his shields, but that takes like 10 minutes to win the fight, and I did not want to drag this video out as long as it has to be. Look how much I've done so far. It's retarded. Your Mega Buster can't reach him unless those shields are gone. Nevertheless, now that the shields are gone, just keep dodging those big, gigantic energy spheres of death as best as you can, because they hurt like fuck, and hit him with a special ability of your choosing. I know I made it look easy right now, but it's not. But trust me, I died to this guy maybe 50 times. I just couldn't get the hang of him. I was freaking out. Like, at one point I threw the controller at the ground, and then I just figured, okay, I gotta take a break, because this guy is pissing me off way too much. This boss is ridiculous. Without the shock buffer, he hits you harder. Did you see how much damage he took off me? This is retarded. Hey. But then again, I'm only playing as X. If you're playing as Zero, the fight is so much easier. Just die! Die, original one! What is he saying? Anyway, it's time to finish! High Max, like the previous battle in the alternate pathways, gets stunned by Zero's special abilities. Doesn't really matter which one. Zero's Rainy Turtleoid ability, the spinning blade thing, does so effectively on High Max that it takes his shield out like nothing. He can also do it, like, below him in the sky if he wants, so it's like, as soon as he pops open the shield, it doesn't matter. You just go right directly under High Max and do it anyway. Just destroy the shield repeatedly as much as you want. It's so much easier with Zero. X has to do things the hard way, folks, and that's why I hate playing the game as X, but I wanted to show the blade armor, and I wanted to give each character equal time, so I played X for you. But if you want to beat this game with an easy method, you have to play as Zero, folks. His skills are just better suited to every boss fight in this game. Nevertheless, I had trouble with this part, because another thing about those spears he shoots at you in the spam mode, when you hit them, they split into other energy spheres that follow you one by one. They're very hard to dodge. Luckily I had some sub-tanks at hand, but when I was X I did not. I guess I should have farmed, but you know, regardless. I wanted to save them for the real final boss of this level. He's even more annoying, in my opinion. Even more annoying, oh yeah. Fuck High Max. See you in hell, you black robot bastard. I like black people, just to clarify. I'll see you in part 14.